Should you summon on this weekend's 20x rate up banner for Vorn and Astrael? And most importantly, if you summon on this banner or any banner in the future, how do you get your hands on 10 free rare summoning crystals? That is right. Early this morning, we got a new code for 10 free rare summons. From just one code, you are getting a free 10 pull. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and then I'm going to break down this banner. I do apologize that I'm a little late for this Should You Summon video. The banner kicked off over half a day ago now. It was early this morning. It's now early evening. I was traveling all day yesterday. I'm pretty jet lagged, so I'm just getting to it now. But I do hope the promo code makes it up to you that I'm a little late on the Should You Summon video. And guys, please, if you appreciate these videos and you appreciate me sharing these codes and you getting the 10 free summons, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. At the time of filming, we are 377 subscribers away from 50,000. It would be incredible if we could hit 50,000 subscribers before the new year. Thank you guys. Let's go. And let me say, obviously, this promo code in particular is in very high demand. I believe there will be about 200,000 uses. It might be less, like 100,000. It might be more, like 500,000, but I think it's probably 200,000. With all of the hardo players out there, with all the people that have 2, 3, 4 accounts, you want to use this promo code immediately. It is so important you use this right now, so I'm going to show you right now. Time is of the essence. If you want to make sure you get these codes instantly, you can see here right now I'm filming this video at 6:44 p.m. my time, Mountain Standard Time, but I shared the code at 4:21 a.m. So like 14 hours ago. So if you want to make sure you have these codes immediately, join my Discord, the Fast and the Fastidious. You're going to get them immediately right here. This is a very cool Discord. We have a ton of members. Where are we at nowadays? 10,529. It's the biggest Watcher of Realms community Discord out there. So if you want to make sure you never miss anything, join right now. Link in the description and the top pinned comment. All right, how do you use the promo code? I'm getting ahead of myself. We have got the campground behind me. I'm on the home screen here. Then click on your avatar, go to settings, and you'll see right behind this shoulder, we've got a button that says redeem code. Go to the redeem code and enter the following code. And I highly suggest you always paste it directly. So I'm going to have the code, as I always do, in the description of this video. Right now, I'm just going to get it from my Discord. I'm going to go here, Control C, and it is the following. Get 10 free draws. Okay, redemption successful. This is legit, guys. Some codes are not that good. This is not one of those codes. This code is amazing. There in your mailbox, you will see 10 free rare summoning crystals. So right now I have 259. Let's claim it. Now I've got 269. I remember when 69, I remember when those were the funny numbers, not the new ones. All right, let's get into it. Should you summon for Vorn and Astrael? I'm going to keep this really simple and really to the point. No. Unless you're a very big spender in this game and or you have a ton of summons saved, I think this makes no sense. So often lately, we're seeing banners with 2 excellent units, meaning if you're targeting both of them, you've got about a 38% chance on your first legendary, the very first legendary you hit, that it will be one or the other. Here, you still have a 38-39% chance, but one of those units is Astrael. Yes, Vorn is very good, but frankly, Astrael is at best average. He does not really fit in this game. He's good on young accounts because he has solid single target DPS. He's in 2 pretty good factions. He is a tactician, so obviously he's very unique. But all in all, his kit is very poorly developed. I've actually, in preparation for this video, gone through his kit a few additional times. The last time I gave it a deep dive was when he was introduced during the anniversary event. He was actually a free unit we could get from the anniversary event. This was the first time in a few months I'd taken a hard look at it. And as I was going through it, I just saw problem after problem after problem. There are enough good little pieces in there that, like I said, he's not a terrible legendary. He's still like average, but he is not good. And actually, as I was going through his kit and finding all the different problems, I realized that I actually was thinking of some really good, clear, simple ideas that would rework and improve his kit. So maybe I can make that video. If you guys promise you would watch it, I'll create that video, which would basically be like a pitch to the devs on how they can buff this guy. In general, by the way, a series I've been thinking of for 2026 would consist of videos like that, where I would take units that are maybe close to being a fully realized strong unit in this game, but instead the devs either tried to do too much or under-tune something, and the end result is kind of an unpopular, average or worse character. And that's what we've got here with Astrael. So if you'd like to see that video, let me know in the comment section. But basically, TLDR, you can see they're selling him as a single target physical damage unit, a single target physical attacker. He also obviously has displacement. He's a tactician, but then they are calling out the following. They're saying he is an ally buff unit and a team protection unit. Not really at all. He does put a shield out. He gives himself a shield, but then he only gives it to one adjacent ally, and he only does it when he ults. It's a pretty cheap ult. It is 600 rage, 600 ult cost when he's fully skilled, but it's not frequent enough to really matter. And the fact that it's only one adjacent ally, so him and one adjacent ally, 2 units of your 8 units on the field, or maybe 10 depending on the content, that's bogus. Or I guess maybe 5 for PvP. But yeah, that's not going to cut it. Moreover, the team protection comes from this over here, that he allows adjacent allies to heal themselves when they deal damage from their basic attacks. That does synergize very nicely into the Nightmare faction, but this is not strong enough or interesting enough to really matter. It's 3% HP per basic to all adjacent allies, and it's 6% if one of those allies is the unit that got hit with the shield. But all in all, I just don't think it's cutting it. That alone is a good ability, but also that alone does not a team protection hero buffer make. So he's pretty good on the single target. He has limited buffing, limited team protection. It's just not enough. He is not a unit you should be targeting in this game, full stop. He is easily the worst tactician in this game. Now, if someone was going to summon on this banner, it would be for Vorn. Vorn is very, very good. He is unique, and he is crucial to one of the most important team combinations. Not even team comp, because it's just a portion of a team comp. I'm going to call it a team combo. One of the most important team combos in the entire game. That poison trio, always the best version of it, will be Nastia, Numera, and Vorn. Vorn is the best unit in the game at putting out a ton of poisons. He has this unique mechanic from his talent that he can inflict 2 types of poison. He can basically build 2 poison stacks. So you know when you're fighting an enemy and next to their name or under their name where they have all the buffs and debuffs, you'll see like 1 poison and then there'll be a number. That poison symbol is 1 kind of column of poisons, 1 pile of poisons, and the number signifies how many stacks of poisons are in that pile. What's important with Vorn is every other hero in the game can only build 1 pile. He, through his talent where he can inflict 2 types of poisons, this means he can build 2 piles. So he can put out 20 stacks of poisons, 10 on each pile, whereas everyone else can only build up 1 pile, so only 10 stacks. There are a lot of important things in this game with that poison team combo where you want 30 stacks. That's the max stacks. He himself is already providing 20 if he can get both his piles to max stacks. Then you only need 2 more piles that combine to 10 stacks, or just 1 pile from 1 other hero that is up to 10 stacks to max out a lot of the abilities that poison heroes benefit from. So if you think of Numera's Toxic Surge ability, where she does her poison explosion, that can max out at 30 stacks. Vorn helps with that like crazy. If you look at his damage boosting, he's going to get a 1% damage increase on his ult up to 30 stacks, a 30% increase. There you go. If we go to this passive over here, Flesh Warp, another ability that has its damage increase relative to poison stacks, maxing out at a 30% increase, 30 stacks. He is really, really, really good for enabling the poison comp. No one in this game is better at putting out poison. And by the way, he has 2 other very strong pieces of his kit. Well, actually, before I mention those, I do want to say his damage is good. For a lot of content, his damage is very, very good. Yes, he's no Numera, but in certain team comps, he'll out DPS Nastia. It depends how that player is approaching each of their builds. He's kind of right there in that second or third tier of boss DPS. And as a magic damage dealing marksman, it's pretty good stuff because he has that good marksman range, unique for a magic damage dealer. Not 100% unique. Many platform magic DPS have this, but it is rare, and he's got it. So very relevant there. Now with those two things, first off, whenever he ults, and his ult is very cheap, only 500 cost. Yes, it takes a while to finish off, but with a good team comp, he's basically ready to ult right again when this finishes. Every time he ults, he is going to dispel one buff from the target. So this is really clutch in a lot of content, particularly Semra for the Aegis phase, when he's putting up those shield Aegis buffs. This is very, very strong. Some people forget about it, but if you're progressing, that's very, very useful. And then he has the shield break ability. So he himself is going to deal increased damage to shielded targets, and he's going to apply shield break to the 2 allied fighters with the highest attack that are currently deployed on the field, right? That is very strong. If you get him A1, it becomes 3, and this shield break ability is going to increase the damage dealt to shielded targets by those fighter allies by 40%. 40% is very, very significant. This is huge in content like Abyss. He's actually one of only 2 units in the game that have this shield break buff. It's him and it's Setram. There are a couple units, I'm thinking of Ryzen, for example, that give a similar buff to themselves. Ryzen actually deals 2x damage to shielded targets, but Vorn and Setram are the only units that deal extra damage themselves and give the shield break buff to other allies. That's pretty important. That's pretty essential. So Vorn obviously is very good. However, is he good enough to summon on this banner? No, not in my opinion. Or if I could rephrase that, no, not in my opinion, knowing what's coming, right? We are getting the limited selector, exclusive 200 guarantee, whatever you want to call it. Choose your own limited banner in just 5 days. That is the most important thing for so many players. So unless you have a ton of summons set aside or you're about to spend a lot of money this Christmas on the game, I do not think you can justify gambling for Vorn, because remember, this is not guaranteed. Your first legendary, you're going to have a 19% chance to get him. Your second legendary, you're going to have a 42.5% chance to get him. And if at any time Astrael is pulled, the progressive boost is gone, and he's just going to be stuck at a 19% chance. So some of you could easily get him on your first couple 10 pulls. Some of you could pull over 1,000 times and not get him. That's just the nature of the game. With the exclusive limited lucky pick selector, you know within 200 summons, you are getting that unit. So this banner is not good enough for the gamble. Vorn alone is good enough, but with Astrael there, this banner is not up to snuff. Combine that with the fact that we know the day after the limited selector, we're going to have a good pity manipulation opportunity. That's on Christmas Day. We are getting a banner for the new fighter Adrian, along with arguably the best healer in the game, Ireless. That's just not something you can skip. We also do not know the banner we're getting this weekend. The weekend of January 2nd or maybe New Year's January 1st. We don't know that banner. They haven't announced it yet. Very likely it will be very good because most players will have used all their summons on the limited selector, going all in on a Diao Chan or a Kagiri, Sun Wukong, Gwendolyn now, whatever. So the developers are going to know that and will have something big planned, I'm sure, for New Year's Day or the day after. So I think very, very, very few players can justify this. If you have a ton saved, I mean many, many hundreds, if not over 1,000 summons, and you want to gamble a little, by all means. Or if you're a big spender, absolutely. You know, if Vorn is the missing piece, you've already got a good Numera and an Astia, I say you can go for it. But the other 99% of players, this is a hard skip. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. And remember to use that new code for the 10 free rare summons. That code, I'll put it up here. It is going to be get 10 free draws. Thank you, guys. Share it with your mother. I've been Fastidious, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.